Hi folks, it's me Michaela and welcome back to my channel. I am starting a new reading vlog today because even though I'm still in the middle of a reading vlog, I need to kind of switch up my reading. You know, I just finished reading some huge fantasy books. I just did my November reading wrap up and realized how many giant chunky books I was reading, and I kind of just need to switch it up. I need to read something fun. I need to read something quick. I need to read something lighthearted that doesn't use as much of my little brain. The noggin needs a break. So I was like, oh my god, what a better time. It's now officially December. Let's read a little festive holiday romance, okay? I bought Lovelight Farms by BK Borison, kind of on a whim because of a Indigo promotion, but I was interested in it anyway. And this is like a festive holiday romance read. I've never read like a Christmas time romance. I've never read like a themed romance like that before, so I'm kind of excited for it. But this felt like a great time to pick this up and read it, you know, little festive holiday fun. It's short, it's a romance, it is about as far away from high fantasy giant 700-page books that I can get. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to bring it to work with me today and get started on it, and I'll let you know my thoughts, you know, once I'm a little bit of the way through. But this is just kind of like a short, sweet, festive reading vlog time. So that's what we're doing. Okay, gotta get to work. When do I not? See ya. This couch is an absolute mess from how I left it last night. I have read the first 100 pages, which equals about 1/3 of Lovelight Farms by BK Borison. Why did I think this was just Lovelight Farm? I thought it was a singular farm, but I'm looking at the title and it is very much a plural farms. So anyway, I've read the first third and I'm really liking it so far. It is very much exactly what I was hoping it would be. It's giving Hallmark Christmas movie, rom-com, funny, cheesy kind of things. It's friends to lovers, fake dating, small town romance. You know, it's just exactly what I wanted. And then you add in, it's going to be Christmas time. We're following Stella, and Stella owns a Christmas tree farm in this small town. Basically, she like enters this influencer contest that's for like small business like travel tourist destinations, I guess, so she could win $100,000. She like ends up getting shortlisted, so this influencer is going to come visit her Christmas tree farm to like judge it for the competition. It really is just like here for the plot. Like this is just here to do all of the setup for you. It really doesn't feel that important other than the fact that it sets up the premise of the entire book, which like is important, but like does it make a huge amount of sense? No. But also this is like a cheesy Christmas rom-com, so like I don't care, okay? Like that's the setup. Like I'm just believing the setup. It's not totally unbelievable. It's just like a little odd. So she's entered this competition. Like I said, she's been like shortlisted for it. The only problem is that when she was doing her applications, she said that she actually owns this Christmas tree farm with her boyfriend, who does not exist because she does not have a boyfriend, and she definitely only owns this Christmas farm by herself. And she did that because apparently like the past winners of this big influencer contest were always people who had like some kind of story, like best friends or married couples who like own things. And so she said that she owned this Christmas tree farm with her boyfriend, that they'd be more likely to win, but she didn't like think she'd actually win. But now of course she's like shortlisted. She ends up asking her best friend Luca to pretend to be her boyfriend for the week that said influencer is here judging the Christmas tree farm. And like that's where we are. It's very much like they both clearly have feelings for each other and just have never talked about it. They've been friends for like 10 years. It's very cutesy. It's very cheesy. I'm very much loving it. So far, it's constantly like because even though like you only get Stella's perspective and not Luca's perspective in the book, like it's very clear that like they just both are like in love with each other without thinking the other person is in love with them. And like that is such a like Christmas time Hallmark rom-com plot and vibe, and I'm loving it. Basically, I'm loving it. I'm gonna be reading more today. It's now snowing in Montreal. We have snow. It's not fun for walking to work, but it is pretty to look out the window. So like the Christmas vibes are here. Speaking of work, I really need to go to work, so I will see you when I have read more of this book. Okay. OMG, it is nighttime, Michaela. I'm just as shocked as you are that I'm here right now. But I'm now about 2/3 into Lovelight Farms, and I was wanting to get an update now because I'm planning on reading more tonight. And even though I doubt I will finish this tonight because, girl, I am so sleepy. It is 9 p.m. and it is really, like, it's bedtime, baby. I gotta crawl under those covers and get a little snooze in because I am tired. But that is really not what the point of being here right now is. Yeah, I'm 2/3 of the way through Lovelight Farms and I'm having so much fun with it. This is meeting all of my expectations and goals for what I wanted this read to be. I really wanted something Christmassy, cheesy, Hallmark Christmas movie vibes. I can just shut my little brain off and just read and have fun. Like, I've been needing a book like that, and this has really been delivering 100%. I have to say, I am also liking the direction this kind of fake dating is going. It's kind of like taking a little bit of a turn I wasn't quite expecting, and I like it. I like it because it's making things more interesting, as well as obviously being like a little unexpected, which is a fun thing to have. And then I also feel like the storyline of the Christmas Tree Farm, Lovelight Farms, is actually like getting very interesting as well. Like, aside from the romance, like there is an actual plot going on, even if it is a kind of like ridiculous setup kind of plot, because there is no TikTok travel influencer who is having $100,000 grand prize competitions. You know, like that's not really happening in real life. But look, I will live in delusion land so that I can just accept that that is happening in here and then just enjoy it. And, you know, like things are happening with the farm. And again, I am liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking the characters. I'm also like sensing some potential like setups for further books in the series. I know there's, I think, 2 more books in the series. I don't know if it's still ongoing or if it's like a completed trilogy thing, but I believe there's 2 other books in this series. And I feel like this book is kind of like wink, wink, nudge, nudging a little bit at like who you're kind of hoping to see in the next book. And I always love that. I always love when the book you're reading is also making you excited for like the next book. Anyway, I really just wanted to give a quick update that I'm having a great time with this book. I'm going to go read more of it. I've read a lot of it today, and it's just been a really fun time. I'd say I'm probably at like a 4-star with it. It's not a 5-star read for me, but for what it is doing it very well, and I'm loving it. So there we go. I feel like it is like 5-star in vibes for what I wanted it to be. Like 5 stars, A+ for reaching expectations, but like as an actual, like, you know, my feelings and reviewing of like the book, I would say right now it's like a 4. Though if I really like the end, maybe I'll give it a 4.5. But we'll see that when I get to the end, right? Yeah. I feel like I always end up changing my ratings during the last third of a book. But I feel like that also should happen. Like if the last third of a book isn't changing your mind, I feel like it's not final third of a booking as hard as it should final third of a book. You know, I feel like you probably don't know because I'm at that point in the night of my brain shutting off where I definitely am not making sense. So like I'm just going to shut up now while I'm ahead or while I'm behind. Whichever way I am is definitely not where I should be, and it's not in the middle. So yeah, I'm just gonna see you when I'm done the book, okay? Nighttime Michaela strikes again to end this video because I'm gonna be traveling on a plane tomorrow, so not really gonna have a chance to do my final update, you know? So Nighttime Michaela it is, because I have finished reading Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison, and I ended up giving this 4 stars. So my opinions were pretty consistent throughout the book, which I like. You know, I feel like just like a really good book all the way through is nice. It's enjoyable. It definitely like gave me exactly what I was looking for, which was cheesy romance Christmas Hallmark movie vibes. Quick read, fun read, good read, small town, fun characters, good love story. We love to see it. The only thing that kind of like held me back from giving it 5 stars is the fact that our main character, Stella, like her thoughts do not align with reality. And I get that part of that is like supposed to be her insecurities, I guess, coming through. But the thing is that she like comes to conclusions where they're the opposite of what people are like literally telling her. And I just like really dislike that, because it's like you can't seriously be that bad at communication where like somebody tells you something and then your mind you're like, well, they said the exact opposite of that. The actual opposite of what they told me in person is the truth. And I just like wasn't a fan of that because it felt like a really stupid way. That's mean. I don't want to say it's stupid. It didn't feel like a believable way to do miscommunication in a romance novel. And I know everybody is like, miscommunication is the worst thing in romance novels. We all hate the miscommunication trope. But I think that miscommunication in romance can be good because I think that's realistic. I think that a lot of people in the real world struggle with properly communicating or misinterpreting what somebody says but not wanting to clarify, and it like leading to miscommunication. I think that is a very like genuine real thing that often happens in relationships. However, I think that like in romance books, it can go to this unrealistic extreme, especially when this isn't the case in this book because this book is from Stella's point of view. But speaking generally here about romance, when you're reading books where you're getting both people's perspectives and there's miscommunication trope, it feels extra silly because as the reader, of course, you're aware of the miscommunication and how they are miscommunicating on both sides. Versus, I think if you're getting miscommunication in like main one POV versus a swapping POV romance, I think it works a bit better because that's more like, you know, your real life relationships where you're only inside your own head. So if there's miscommunication happening, you don't know it's miscommunication because you're not getting the other person's side. That's the whole point of miscommunication. But I don't think the miscommunication that was happening in this was realistic because, like I said, it kind of seems like Stella was just like hearing what people were telling her and then just like ignoring them and thinking the opposite, despite having like no reasoning to do so outside of just like her own insecurities about life. So that was kind of like my one issue with the book. Other than that, I really loved it. I thought it was cute. I liked the silly setup of like this huge grand prize, you know, contest thing she was in was fun, and it like really helped to bring the extra like Christmas vibes of like small town Christmas tree farm, cutesy baked goods, lots of that. You get some nice friendships and set up for, you know, the other books that may be coming in the series. Obviously, like there are 2 more books, but like at the point this book was written, obviously they didn't exist, but like I feel like it gave little hints about like what may be coming next that I liked, I enjoyed. So 4-star read. This really was like a lovely little quick palate cleanser fun read for me after reading a lot of like heavy or high fantasy and classic novels. So I'm really glad I decided to pick this one up. Great read. And that's kind of like all I have to say. I say after just going on an extremely long tangent about miscommunication in romance novels. That's it for the vlog. I'm only reading the one holiday romance. I don't have any other ones on my shelves. I don't have like any other holiday themed books, and I just kind of wanted to make a short little cute kind of Christmassy reading vlog. So like that's what I did. Here we are doing it. So if you like the video, make sure to give it a like, give it a little thumbs up. If you happen to like me, consider subscribing. I'll be happy to have you. Do let me know down below, do you read Christmas themed books or holiday themed books during the holiday season? How do you feel about them? All of that. Any good ones, let me know. And with that, I hope you're having a wonderful day today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.